Girl, Coach Tuka, I finally made it. Before we get started, all right? If you are watching this video live, I want you to, before I even get started, hit share right now because you never know who needs to hear what I'm about to say today. I got a lot to talk about, okay? I'm going to do my best to keep this thing under 20 minutes. But if you are catching the replay, just go and type hashtag replay in the comments so I know that you came through, all right? So, for those of you who don't know me, let me tell you who I am and why you should listen to me. My name is Tanisha James. I am affectionately known as Coach Tuka, and I help busy moms get back right. I lost 5 years ago. I was 80 pounds heavier, uh, and so what I do is I help busy moms to lose weight, physical weight, but also the weight that we're carrying that people don't see without dieting, without feeling bad about it, and without making this thing complicated, or without doing what I call the most. Okay, making something that can really be simple without making it a difficult task. So I know, like I said, I was 80 pounds heavier 5 years ago, so I know exactly what it's like to be working, and not feeling like you're making any progress, not feeling like things are getting better. I know what it's like to do all the things for everybody that you know and feel too tired to do the things you need to do for yourself. So even though you're doing, it's not that you're not doing anything, you're doing a lot, and what you're doing doesn't feel like it's working. I know what it was like. It wasn't that long ago. Like I'm saying, I was 80 pounds heavier. I was struggling with my health. I had debilitating menstrual cycles. I was on high blood pressure medication. I was severely anemic, ocular migraines, tired all the time, addicted to sugar. Uh, Honey, doing everything I could, making yogurt, counting points, counting calories, tracking everything, trying every plan that there was known to me. And I still felt like I was losing. I still felt like I was not able to win. So I thought if I just checked all the boxes, if I tracked all the food, if I did all the right things, then I would finally be able to get the results that I wanted to see in my life. And nothing could be further from the truth, okay? So, this is why I'm able to do this, and this is why I love doing this because I love to see people get results easier than I did. So, I want to lead the way. All right, I'm trying to get myself together. I tried to go live on my iPad. I'm here at Walmart with my family because I'm a full time mother and a full time homeschool teacher and a full time entrepreneur and a full time wife. And all of those responsibilities sort of merged together today into what I would call an extremely busy schedule. Okay. So here's what I want to talk about today. I want to tell you how to lose weight without even trying. Okay. You don't even have to try. It almost reminds me of, well, it really does remind me when I started my journey before I got a coach who could help me do what I needed to do. No, I don't know what Sister of the Rocky is. I'm sorry. Hey, Joyce. Um, oh, thank you. Mustafa, I appreciate that. Oh yes, I need that. So before I got with Rochelle, yeah, it was not my first time around the rodeo. I had tried and tried and tried and tried some things and failed and failed and failed at some things. So one time in particular that I could for sure tell you about was when I was doing Weight Watchers. I want you to know that I was trying. Okay, so I used to do Weight Watchers, and this is the old version. If y'all did the new, modern, digitized version, y'all might not know what I'm talking about because I hear they got apps and things like that. But when I did it, they used to have this little kind of checkbook looking thing, which was perfect for me because I'm a box checker. Okay, I'm going to follow the rules. I'm going to create the list. I'm checking things off. So I'm on Weight Watchers, and when I tell y'all I'm working down, I'm counting points. Okay, I am counting points in my little checkbook looking thing. Who remembers the little checkbook thing that they used to give us? Okay, where you had to write down all the meals. It was almost like a little checkbook. You would start the day with a certain amount of points, and then throughout the day, you would deduct, from the points that you had. So I'm trying to do everything right, and guess what? Still did not hit my goal. For 15 years, I was trying to lose 50 pounds, and I still did not hit my goal. As hard as I was working, as many boxes as I tried to check, I still did not hit my goal. I lost some weight, but I was still tired. Like I still didn't have energy. I knew how to count them points. I knew how to calculate them in my head, but I still didn't really know what it meant to be healthy. I had no idea. So I thought I was doing everything right, but I was still not getting results. Okay, so as much as I was working hard, I want you to know counting them little baby points don't mean healthy. Hey, John, how are you, love? Look, counting them little points on Weight Watchers, them calories don't mean healthy. I'm just telling you the truth. When I was doing Weight Watchers, I was still eating processed foods, just doing it within my daily points. Okay, just making sure I was using however many points I had. I was still tired, didn't have a lot of energy, still eating. Uh, had no control when it came to what I was eating. Would eat anything, and again, like I said, still was not getting my results. So here's why we end up doing what I call the most. Okay, we do the most or really make weight loss harder than it has to be. I see this all the time. There are women just like I used to be who are willing to do the most when it comes to weight loss. We're willing to do all the hard things. We're willing to count every single calorie, but we won't take the time to learn how to eat right. We sign up for these super restrictive meal plans where we can't have anything, but we won't look at the root of why we still have these cravings at night. We'll do 2-a-day workouts, right? We'll go to the gym and stay there all day long, but we still make excuses for why we don't have time to take care of ourselves. All right. And here's the reason why. Because it is easier to do these ridiculously hard things, these tremendously difficult things. It's easier to do that than it is to look in the mirror and tell yourself the truth. It's easier to do these really hard things than it is to look in the mirror and be honest with yourself. It's easier to follow a diet than it is to admit you're addicted to sugar. I remember when I found out I was a sugar addict. It was a rough day for me, okay? To learn that I had spent my entire young adult years avoiding addiction only to find out I was addicted to sugar. So it's easier to say, I'm going to count all these calories. I'm going to work my butt off at the gym. I'm going to drink all the water. I'm not going to have Oreo cookies ever again in life than it is to look at yourself and say, you are an addict. So somebody had to do it for me. It's easier to do all these things than to say, my flesh is weak. It's easier to do that than it is to say, I'm not ready to address the part of me that wants what I want, when I want it, where I want it, how I want it, and who I want it with. Because that's all the flesh is, just wanting what you want. Sowing into the sinful, selfish, greedy parts of ourselves that want what we want. So it's easier to count points in a little checkbook than it is to admit my flesh is weak. It's easier to do all these hard things than it is to admit I abuse food. I don't use it to fuel or to heal my body. I use it to make me feel more comfortable. I use it to deal with my emotions. I use it to deal with my stress. I use it to deal with the fact that I'm bored and I don't have anybody to call. It's easier to do that than it is. It's easier than to have an honest conversation with yourself. It's easier to do that than it is to tell yourself the truth and say, guess what? I take care of everybody else better than I take care of me. That's a hard pill to swallow. That's a hard pill to swallow when you realize you are there for other people. They can count on you more than you can count on you. That's a hard pill to swallow. It's easier to eat cabbage soup every day as much as you want with no limits than it is to say, I'm not a good manager of my time. Actually, I'm extremely wasteful with it. Not only do I not know how to manage it, but I waste it. It's easier. It just, let me just, baby, count these calories. Okay? Let me count these calories. Because instead of dealing with that, we will always be convincing ourselves, I need a better diet. Okay, cabbage soup didn't work for me. Let me try tracking everything in my fitness pal. Oh, that didn't work for me. You know what I'm about to do? I'm about to do Weight Watchers. That didn't work for me. You know what I should probably do? Maybe I need to try Ozempic. It's working for everybody I know. We ain't thought about the long-term consequences or what happens when you get off. So it's easier to do that than it's easier to keep trying some quick fix, something fast, than it is to tell yourself the truth. When the truth is, once you look at, once you change how you think, first of all, your mindset, Yep, that's it. Once you change how you think, once you change how you eat, and once you change how you do life, and not for a season, not till you hit a number on the scale, but for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life. So I had to learn, come on, shakes. I had to learn how to go from being an extreme people pleaser. And I had to allow people who are used to getting a version of me that says, yes, I can do that for you. Anything you want, anything for you. They had to get used to the version of me that's like, I don't have the bandwidth. I'm not going to be able to do it. Prime example, I'm sitting at Walmart with my children in the car, looking at me like, Mommy, what time we leaving? And guess what? They going to be all right. I had to learn to risk people being upset with me to save myself by taking care of me. I had to learn and to look myself in the mirror to say, I trust my actions to make me mean enough to people. What I do, how well I serve. I trust that more than I trust God. God gonna send me the right people. All right. So it's easier to do Weight Watchers. It's so much easier to make your own yogurt like I used to do. It's so much easier, baby, to try a shake. When I was making shakes on this one program, because I've been on multiple shake programs and juicing programs, man, I used to make a shake that was so good. I remember it tastes like dessert. When you signed up, they would give you these little recipes, and they had one that was like banana cream pie. And you would use banana cream pie jello pudding in the shake and put vanilla wafers on top. I kid you not. I kid you not. And I remember making my first shake saying, "Oh, I could do this. I could eat this." Not knowing those shakes were the very thing keeping me addicted to sugar. Not knowing. That's the same. That's the exact. I could do this and be forever addicted to sugar. All right. So all I'm saying here is if you are tired of doing the most, like we do too much and don't get nothing for it. We do too much and get too little back. We do too much. This is not that complicated. Are you going to have some honest conversations with yourself? For sure. Will you cry a little bit? You just might. Okay? I didn't cry when Rochelle called me a sugar addict. My friend Rochelle T. Park she's like, you gotta have people who can tell you the truth. When she told me I was a sugar addict, I did not cry. I felt like crying though. And I sure enough had attitude. It stung. But when I looked myself in the mirror, first I looked it up in the dictionary and I looked it up in my word, and everything I saw said, "Oh, you just might be." So then I had to go in the mirror and say, "Girl, don't nobody care that you didn't smoke weed in college. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody care that you tried to be decent with your alcohol intake. Don't nobody care because you are an addict still." And just like the person who puts any addictive substance in their body and it makes them lose control, the sugar is just as bad for your body as alcohol and drugs are. So don't you dare get on your high horse, okay? And to deal with that spirit of pride, don't get on your high horse and think you better than nobody because you are an addict too. And it's as dangerous to your body as the other substances. Yeah, you can dress up and look cute if you want to, put lipstick on a pig if you want to, but you're an addict. So once I told myself the truth about that, I wouldn't dare I wouldn't dare put banana cream pie pudding in my body because it's full of toxins and it's full of sugar. I would never eat it in life, and I'm sure of it. All right. So I'm talking to you hard because I need you to stop it. I need you to stop. If anything I said today describes you, I need you to stop it. Stop counting these points. Stop counting these doggone calories. I didn't saw that Weight Watchers is even merging with the injection community. They don't know what side they want to be on. Stop counting points. Stop counting calories. Stop tracking stuff on MyFitnessPal. Start learning something. Because if you know how to eat right, what the real hidden truth is, you ain't got to track nothing. You ain't got to track nothing. Straight like that. Focus on why you're craving what you're craving. Not just how many calories, because you can monitor your calories and still eat a little bitty calories full of trash. Okay? It's not your willpower. So if you're always fighting yourself, the problem is not you being strong enough or you having enough willpower. That's not the problem. It's what you're eating, and even bigger than that, is what you're eating, is how your body's responding to what you're eating, and it's why you eat it. Master what you put on that plate every day. So I created a method. It's called the Simple Plate Method, baby. Because I said people need a way to figure out what to put on the plate, and they ain't got to measure nothing. You ain't got to measure nothing. You ain't got to track nothing. I call it a winning plate. It's a plate that wins. Hey, Sherelle, it's a plate that wins, and your winning plate is gonna beat any diet you can put up against it, any day of the week. Because you know why? The diet you can't keep doing it. This winning plate, you can do it for the rest of your life. You can do it for the rest of your life. Okay. So here's what I want you to do instead. I want you to start taking control of your habits, not just your food. Let me be honest with y'all. Why y'all think I get on YouTube now every day at 4 o'clock? Well, one of the most difficult things for me to do with the schedule that I have is to commit to be anywhere at the same time every day. I am literally sitting here in the Walmart parking lot. We in the store, and if we went in public, I would have snatched one of my children and said, "Get your butt out." This grocery store run is taking longer than it should. Let's go. It's taking too long because I need to be. I had to send a text, and I had to get on here and organize my thoughts, what I wanted to say. Give myself, I have to be in a particular frame of mind to teach. So I always need a few minutes to kind of, what's the point of what I'm about to say? So what would have been easier would have been for me to say, you know what, I'm just gonna be a little late. I'm gonna wait until I go home. Whereas my comfortable setup where I ain't got to, worry about nothing, watch my back, I ain't gotta do none of that. That would have been easy. But I'm working on changing a habit. I'm working on when I tell myself I'm gonna do something, I'm here for me, I'm here for you, but I'm here for me too. I'm working on when I tell myself I'm gonna do something, do it. Period. So take control of your habits. When you start like getting your habits in control, the food part will fall in line. So you don't need a meal plan. You don't need no food plan. I teach this all the time in another program that I work in. I tell the people all the time because they come over there mad because we don't give them a meal plan. And what I tell them is a meal plan don't show you nothing. If you ever did a program that had a meal plan attached to it, guess what? You did it and you don't know what your meal plan is right now. You did it for about 2 weeks. Meal plan. I know because I've been on many. What's the one? The little army thing where you got to eat a boiled egg and yeah, that one. And you don't know why you doing what you're doing. Okay. You just following this meal plan. You have not learned a doggone thing about how your body responds to what you eat. You ain't learned nothing. Haven't learned a thing. Okay? And so we got to get control of these habits. So we got to stop counting, start learning. We got to stop counting calories. We got to focus on what we're craving and why we're craving it. When we eat, what we eating for? How are we using food? Because it's only fuel. Now, does that mean that you don't have to enjoy what you eat? Sure, you do. Okay, I like to make me a good meal, but I can do it in a way that doesn't hurt my body. We got to get control of these plates. We got to learn how to make a winning plate that we can make anywhere we are, whether we traveling, anywhere. We can make it. We got to get control of that. All right. So it's not about all this other stuff. So we're trying too hard at the wrong thing. We're trying real hard because you're not lazy. You're willing to try some stuff. You working yourself too doggone hard and getting nothing for it at the wrong stuff. All right. So if you are ready, if you done with the back and forth, I already told y'all. What's today? The 13th. We 1 week from springing. It's well, this thing say 88. I think it's wrong, but I know it's 80 degrees where I am in the great state of Mississippi. Okay, it's 80 degrees, and I'm sitting up here with these leggings on that I like to work in. It's gonna be time to take off some layers. All right, and I want you to be comfortable while you're doing it. So I want you to lose weight in a way that makes sense, without you doing things that you may have to answer for in the future. without doing things that I'm gonna say it. This Ozempic, it look. I don't even know how people losing their weight now. Some people, I see what you eat. It ain't lining up with what I see happening in your body. But I do know this: if you Ozempic and Mounjaro your way through here, don't be surprised when years from now they got the infomercial saying, "Did you experience this because you experienced that?" Don't be surprised. All right. So if you're ready, if you're done playing games, I'm having a challenge next week. I said this over and over. I'm having a 7-day get back right challenge. It's for the person. It ain't for everybody. Some people gonna be like, nope, I won't do it. I'm gonna tell you if you're the person, you the one. You've been looking in the mirror. Okay, it's a little pudge right there. You grab on it, you squeeze it, tuck it into your jeans. You try on your shirt, you untuck it, and you say every time you do it, you be like, man, I got to get this together. You supposed to be there next week. Okay. You didn't try to cross your legs. You remember when you used to cross them when you wear heels, okay? This for the one who don't even wear heels no more, okay? Because we can't, okay? Because it hurts, okay? Our legs ain't strong enough for all that. I need to see you next week, all right? It's for the person that's been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You've been cute for a season. You got the weight off, baby. Got the new outfits. Was outside, okay? Was outside, baby. Like new year, new me. Now you don't want to go outside. Because you think the people talking. Because they watch us. They please know they watching. Okay? I need to see you next week, if that's you. If every time you get around some cake, cookies, or ice cream, you do a little happy dance, and you lose control, you lose your mind. I need to see you next week. I need to see you next week, all right? The link is free. Y'all, it's free. So what we talking about? It's free. Okay, Sherelle says she's going to be there. It's free. 7 days. It don't cost you a thing but your time and attention, which is worth more than any price you can pay anyway. I'm gonna tell you that honest to God truth, and I want to help you break out of this back and forth, going round and round, doing all this work and nothing to show for it. Come on, Joyce. Can somebody drop the link in the chat? It's ready, said my OGs, okay? www.readysethabits.com. Because here's what I know to be true. I'm gonna show you how to lose weight. That part is easy. It's easy, y'all. Uh, it's the maintenance, okay? It's how you do this 5 years later, 10 years later. How you do it. You're gonna have to change some things about the way your life is set up, all right? And we're gonna have to look at these habits. So we're gonna talk about you're gonna lose some weight because we're gonna be changing what we eat, but we also gonna be changing some habits too. All right. www.readysethabits.com. So go ahead, click the link. Also, I'm giving away prizes. I almost forgot to say. Giving away prizes. I want to pack the house. I think right now, I had set a goal for myself. I'm halfway there, and you know what? I said I'm just gonna let God do what he's gonna do. Whoever's supposed to be in the room will be in the room, but I want to make sure I make it available to everybody. So if you say you love people, share it with your people. Tell your people it's free. All right. To me, I know for sure I have never done anything in life. I've never done anything in life that helped me to level up by myself. Every time I have leveled up, it's been because of the people that God has sent to me. Every single time. So invite your friends. Give them the link. So I'm giving away prizes. If you invite 3 people, in the coming weeks, I will be having a special VIP Q&A. All right, it's a Q&A call. If you invite 3 people, you get to come for free. If you don't invite 3 people, it will have a price attached to it. All right. So if you invite 3 people and tell your 3 people, I'm going to drop a form once we get started, and your people will say who invited them. Tell them to say it was you. All right. And I got it from there. I'm going to track from there. Hey, Rochelle! Y'all, okay, I was just about to go. My kids is gonna get mad at me, okay? I'm gonna say this quickly. So y'all, this the woman that just absolutely changed my life, okay? So I'm just telling you, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you the way I've been blessed. And I'm like I said, I just said it before Ro hopped on you. I've never done anything in my life that took me to the next level alone. Not a single thing. All right. So God knows just what's best for me. And you too. And he sent me a Rochelle T. Parks. All right. And yeah, bless my life, okay? So what I learned, I took what I learned from Ro, and I realized she gave me the blueprint. She did. She gave me the blueprint on how to heal my body, how to get off medication, had me off blood pressure medication in 6 days. But what the reality that came, so my first step only happened because I wanted to have more energy and I wanted to lose 50 pounds. That pushed me into my first step. But once I started the journey, I realized, oh, wait a minute. This here is about the way you got your life set up, okay? This is about some things you're doing every single day that need to stop. And you got some things as you start doing some new things, there's some things you need to stop doing. There's some things you need to get better at. And those were the things that were the secret to because I'm telling you, it's easy to lose weight. It's too easy. Bro, I'm gonna say this. Oh Lord, y'all finna I'm be on here long now. We finna be on here for a minute. I'm sorry, my children looking. One of them went to sleep and one of them just kind of got a side eye. I told them about when I was doing Weight Watchers and they had the little. See, you don't know about this. They had the little checkbook where you count your points. You start with a certain amount of points and you deduct them all day. And I'm like, that was hard. That was super hard. All because I didn't want to look in the mirror and have some honest conversations with myself. So what I'm saying is after I got with Ro, not only did she help me heal my body, but I had to look in the mirror and start having some real honest conversations with myself to keep it 100. So if that's you and you know it's you, I need to see you next week. 7 days. 7 days. And I'm telling you, y'all, I told you I'm a full-time wife, mother, homeschool teacher, business owner, friend, church, church volunteer. Okay. I'm on the Willing Workers Committee at church. I got plenty of things to do. But I want to see you free. I want to see you get free and stay free. Get free and stay free. Okay. So www.readysethabits.com is the link. Share with everybody you know. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked and didn't give you the prize. Okay, first prize. You get to come to my VIP Q&A session that I'll be having in the coming weeks. If you don't invite 3 people, there'll be a price attached to it. But we're going to be talking about how to deal with these late night cravings. All right? How to deal with these late night cravings, how to make them stop. Okay? If you invite 5 people, 5 or more, okay? So if you invite 5, you get the VIP Q&A plus you get a week of access, 1 free week of access to my paid and private community. Invite 5 plus people, all right? My most friendly, most help the people person, the person who invites the most people, I am going to give to you my 7 Shackley. I'm a distributor for a company called Shackley, greatest health and wellness company in the world. I'm giving you the 7-day healthy cleanse as well as a one-on-one consultation with me where we're going to talk about specifically. So share the link with everybody you know. Before I go, I love talking to y'all. So I want you to tell me in the chat, what's the hardest like weight loss rule? What's the most difficult weight loss thingamajig trying it out you've ever done? Let's talk about it. Tell me in the comments. And before you go, I need you to make sure your notifications are on so that when I go live, if I'm out like this and I'm not able to send the text, because in order to do that, I have to be with my computer or have it pre-scheduled. So I want you to turn your notifications on because I'm committing to being here at least 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. I'm thinking about adding the weekends. Y'all pray for me. Okay. But I want you to get the notification. I want you to get notified when I go live, every time I go live. So subscribe, turn on your notifications, and share. I need you to share this with the woman who needs to hear this today. So if it's not you, even if it is you, share with every woman you know that needs to hear. All right? I love y'all to life. I promise. I really mean it. And you couldn't stop it if you tried. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.